Total?
6. Not enough.
I'm afraid not.
So I'm...
Oh no.
So you're still locked eyes with the basilisk, right? It's got that Caw in the Jungle Book, like, mesmeric gaze.
My feet are already turned to stone, right?
Right. Do you actually want to describe what it looks like?
Okay. I gotta think of a good pose.
I mean, pose is everything.
Ooh, can you try to like do this? That way when we get back to the castle, we can make you a bird bath or something. You know, some classic.
Oh God, how are we gonna get him back to the castle? You are gonna weigh like 1 billion pounds.
You guys, can I please?
Go ahead.
Alright, so I'm staring at the basilisk, right? And then I tried to, like, shout the password to you guys.
Oh, the password! Oh, I completely forgot.
Oh, shit.
But I get frozen halfway, right? So it's like... Zardamo!
Can I roll an intelligence check to like parse what he meant? Like put the pieces together.
You can make the attempt. Sure.
17 plus 4 is a 21.
Total.
Thank Christ. That's an 18 then.
Easily enough. The petrifying gaze of the Duchess starts to stiffen your skin to stone, but your faith in Komal shields you from this grim fate. That's her bonus action. For her regular action, she gonna hit you with her sword.
She gonna try. Paladin fight.
So wait, she's the Medusa? Like she's been a Medusa this whole time?
Nope, 20 or
She was
bust.
veiled the whole time.
She swings right with the sword.
And up comes the shield
But-
block.
But she comes from an unbroken line of dukes and duchesses. I mean, fuck, they can't have all been Medusas.
Feel free to make a check about it, maybe? On your turn. So Sesok is next. Captain Fletch, still in its coils, the great stone serpent slithers over towards Rael, seeking to entwine him too. 12 against your AC is gonna miss, and Fletch...
Let me guess. His coils tighten and I take 18 plus points of damage automatically?
Good guess, but no. You see the serpent's head rears up towards you, green eyes ablaze. Its jaw opens too wide and it moves to swallow you down its gullet. I think that's a 22.
Hit, of course.
Only 8 piercing damage as the jaws close around you. You guys see Fletch, kicking and screaming, disappears down the stone chute of the snake's throat. Fletch, you are swallowed until escape.
With 10 hit points.
5, actually, as at the start of your turn, the stomach muscles of the snake deal that automatic 5 bludgeoning damage.
5 hit points. Sweet. Down to cantrips, unconscious next round, rolling around the stomach of a big stone wiener. Got any one-handed weapons? Daggers for days. Would you rule, actually, that an attack made from inside the stomach has advantage? As in sneak attack advantage?
You know what? Sure. About the last thing it's expecting for you to bite back.
Sneak attack. Ha! I am vindicated!
Good thing you argued for advantage.
Yeah.
D4s, though, don't forget.
Oh, damage ain't great then. That's what, 7 plus 6, so max on that.
13 damage? You slash and cut with your dagger, tearing at the surprisingly fleshy insides of the snake. Rael, you see it kind of hoink a little, as though it swallowed something that doesn't agree with it. Next is Zydromedes.
Zydromedes.
I did a thing!
To here, actually, and blindness, deafness at the Duchess.
Good thinking.
Agreed.
I'm not sure how that works with gaze attacks, but...
Roll it and we'll find out.
Okay. Actually, she has to make the roll. Constitution save DC 14.
All right. Describe your spell.
Velka Fex Zitharai. And a beam of lancing green energy shoots from my fingers and smacks her in the face.
Blindness. The green ray blasts her in the face, and Lady Celeste, you can see that unholy blue glow in her eyes fades away. You've blinded me. You've blinded me! By this.
Well, actually, she gets to make that check at the end of each of her turns for 1 minute, so we'll see.
Good to know. And we are on to
Actually, I'd like to make that check.
Yes, right. Intelligence Arcana. History would work too.
Let's go with history for the shits. That's a 17.
You recall from a previous incarnation defeating a similar snake cult in the Shadow Peak range, also led by a Medusa. You think, looking at the Duchess, that she isn't actually a full-blown Medusa, that she's maybe enacted some foul ritual to give her Medusa-like powers, but ain't actually one herself.
Oh, sure. Kind of like Strahd, right? Like where he wasn't actually bitten by a vampire?
Right. Okay, that's Zai. Rael, you're up.
Can't decide. Shoot cultists or shoot giant stone wiener.
Help me, I'm dying in here.
I mean, the cultists...
Hey.
I'm just saying, the cultists are gonna kill us all if they're not stopped.
But you would have disadvantage because of the haze.
What's it gonna be, Rael?
2 longbow attacks on the snake.
Huzzah!
Sorry, man. Party comes first.
Nah, man, I get it.
First one's a 20.
Hey.
And the second one's a 4, so a miss for sure.
Roll crit damage and describe.
Is 16 enough damage to take out its eye?
Yeah, sure. Your arrow comes racing in, it sinks into the eye, and the eye shatters in a crystalline explosion of shards and green smoke. The other arrow probably deflects off while it's thrashing around. 16 damage, you said?
16.
Awesome. That takes us to Lady Z.
I know she's blinded, but just
Thanks
so
for the
I
assist,
know,
buddy.
what are the rules for
Anytime.
like averting my eyes from the Medusa?
You can avert your eyes. You just be considered blinded against her. Disadvantage on attacks, grant advantage if she attacks you.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Anyway, attacking twice with my flail.
Blinded, don't forget, you have advantage.
Oh, sweet. 16 and 21 will both hit, right?
They sure will.
Then I'm gonna Divine Smite, dumping another first level spell for 2d8 damage. That's 19. We'll say the last 2 were the Smite ones, so 4 of that's radiant.
What's it look like?
It was this way before, and then it's just this way, and then
Blinded, right? So she's no idea where the strikes are coming from. Then we are at the Chanting Guards. Sifek, Thos, Sumath. And the heavily obscured area extends to here.
Good. I'm sure that's perfectly fine to inhale.
End of round 3. Top of round 4, we're back to the Duchess. Still blinded, gaze attack won't work. Not gonna bother with her sword. I am gonna rule, however, that her snakes are not actually blinded and they can still attack without disadvantage.
hey, fair enough.
Right. There we go. 20, you said?
My AC is actually 49 now, so
Wow. The Duchess makes some stumbling attempts to attack, but the vipers that writhe on her head lash out and sink their teeth into your neck. Only 3 regular damage, but 13 poison damage as you feel their vile venom creep through your veins.
Urgh, that's no good.
All your struggle, Duke's men, it is all in vain. End of her turn, she gets to make a Constitution save against the blindness, correct?
Correct.
All right, looking for a 14? Rolled a 14. So she blinks her eyes a few times, and Lady Celeste, you can see that unholy blue glow return to them. She is blinded no more. All right, on to Sessok. It doesn't so much like you shooting its eyes out, Rael. It comes wiggling over this way, looking to wrap you in its coils.
Yeah, I figured.
19.
You got me.
Stone coils completely encircle you. 11 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled. So that's Sessok. At the start of your turn, Fletch, you take 5 damage.
It just drops me to 0. I'm down.
The crushing muscles inside the stone serpent beat Fletch into
Wait, I'm half
unconscious.
orc. Oh, God, what's it called? Relentless endurance. Whenever I'm reduced to 0 hit points, I'm reduced to 1 instead.
Nice.
Always forget about that.
I'm alive! Bonus action, second wind, I regain 5 hit points, puts me at 6, so I'll survive another round. Secondly, dagger attack with advantage.
You bet.
Pair of 17s, beautiful.
Easy. Roll damage plus sneak attack.
Way ahead of ya. Shit, yes, max damage, motherfuckers.
Let's just on fire this round.
4 plus 6 plus 2 for strength plus 2 for fighting style.
14.
Describe your attack.
I take the dagger, right, and just drag it down the inside of the snake.
So, Rael, you see Sesesok sort of stop, kind of retch, and then suddenly just puke up a gross, drippy fletch in this square here.
Freedom!
Excellent round. Next up should be Zydromedes.
I'm gonna be down to cantrips here in a minute. Sai's gonna move 10, 15, 20, 30 to here, and he's going to cast Gust of Wind on the guards. Try to knock a few of them into the ravine.
That's Constitution saves, and describe your spell.
Strength, I believe, DC 14. Nefis Kon Duhame! And a mini tornado sort of flies out of his hands and blasts the guards.
Two of them, the two with their backs turned maybe, are taken completely by surprise and just blasted over the edge. Give them a dex check to see if they can grab the ledge. They both tank it, and they both go hissing out of sight. All right. You also notice that the gust seems to dissipate the green fog somewhat, reducing the poison track by 1.
Nice!
Oh, and surrender now, Duchess, and no more harm shall befall you. You know you have erred. Let us help you.
It is too late, wizard. I have supplicated myself to the darkness. Rael, my friend, you are up.
How bad's the snake thing looking?
Not the best. You are, however, still grappled.
Right. Well, scimitar attacks then. 16 and 19.
A 19 will hit.
For only 6 damage.
You gouge with your scimitar, but find little purchase on the stony skin. And that brings us back to Lady C.
Going
You know,
against the
I'm
flail.
starting
If
to
I
dig that
hit,
nickname
hopefully
more and more.
sacrifice another first level spell
Whole
for an
thing,
additional
Lady
2d8
Celeste.
damage.
Not blinded anymore, remember? Want to play it safe
Yeah,
and
and you
avert
can't
your
really drop the
eyes?
lady
get
part.
disadvantage,
Just
right?
calling her
Nah,
Celeste
that's
makes her sound like your aunt or something.
Yikes. Well, then that'll become a 15. That hits, right?
Should. Her eyes starting to glow probably distracted you for the first one, right?
Ah! Then with Divine Smite, that's 9 plus Strength would be 12.
Another sizable hit. Down to the guards again. Sethek, Thos, Sumath, with 2 of the cultists missing, though. This seems to delay their casting. By the end of the round, the smoke has replenished, but has not expanded further than it had. Which is the end of the round. Top of round 6, it's